Why, thank you. You're very pretty yourself. Thank you.
Today I have just met Harriet Smith. I have seen her many times around town, but this is the first time I have yet to speak to her. Because of my success on Matching Miss Taylor, I believe I can do the same with Harriet. I would notice her. I would improve her. I would detach her from her bad acquaintance and introduce her into good society. I would form her opinions and her manners.
Why don't you tell me more about yourself? Where do you come from?
Oh, well, I went to Mrs. Goddard's school, and I've just come back from the countryside. Abbey Mill Farm, that is. Mr. Martin is very kind. He's single, if I might add. Sometimes we would walk in the moonlight, and once he even walked 3 miles just to buy me a bag of walnuts because I said I liked walnuts. Can you believe that?
Mr. Martin, I suppose, is a man of information beyond the line of his own business. Does he read?
Yes, that is, I don't know. There are many books beside his nightstand, so I suppose he reads those books, like the agricultural reports, for instance.
What sort of looking man is Mr. Martin?
Oh, not handsome. Very plain indeed. Well, I don't think him very plain now, that is. He has passed me many times. Perhaps you may have seen him?
I may have seen him 50 times without knowing his name, but he is a degree or two lower than me. If he had a credible appearance, then he might interest me. How old is he? Do you know his age?
He was 4 and 20 the last 8th of June, which is very interesting because my birthday is the 23rd.
Only 4 and 20. That is too young to settle. 6 years hence, if he could meet with a good sort of young woman in the same rank as his own, with a little money, it might be very desirable.
6 years hence, he will be 30 years old.
Well, 30 is as early as it could possibly be for a man of Mr. Martin's rank to afford marriage.
How odd, or happening to meet him. Well, Miss Woodhouse, is he what you expected? Is he that very plain?
He is very plain, undoubtedly remarkably plain, but I did not expect him to be so clownish. I even wonder if you ever found him agreeable.
Well, he is certainly not Mr. Knightley, whose way of walking and talking is so very fine. But then again, Mr. Knightley is a very fine man.
Mr. Knightley's air is so remarkably good that it is unfair to compare Mr. Martin with him. There are plenty of other gentlemen in town. What say you to Mr. Weston or Mr. Elton?
But Mr. Weston is almost an old man. He must be 40 and 50.
Which makes his good manners the more valuable. The older a person grows, Harriet, the more important it is in their manners should not be so bad.
Well, I suppose.
Mr. Martin, however, when he grows old, he will be a completely gross and vulgar farmer, totally inattentive to appearances and thinking of nothing but profit and loss.
Is that so? That would be awful.
What about Mr. Elton? Although he may not be as gentlemanly as Mr. Weston or Mr. Knightley, he is very obliging, cheerful, and handsome.
I guess so.
Although many people believed that Emma would be a great influence for Harriet, there were few who didn't believe so.
I know what your opinion may be, Mrs. Weston, on Aunt Harriet's friendship, but I believe it is a bad thing. Emma must do Harriet good. If Mr. Weston was here, he would undoubtedly support me. Harriet is not the superior young woman which Emma's friend ought to be, but on the other hand, Emma wants to see her better informed. Harriet would learn a lot. Mrs. Weston, I do not believe I have come to argue with you, but let me speak. I do not believe that they would do each other any good. Emma would merely treat Harriet as a puppet, and Harriet, not even knowing the difference between front and back, would follow her to no end. You have given Miss Smith all that she required. You have made her graceful and easy. She was a beautiful creature when she came to you, but in my opinion, the attractions you have added are infinitely superior to what nature has given her.
I am glad you think I have been useful to her, but Harriet had all the natural grace and sweetness of temper and artlessness in herself. I have done very little. I say, don't you think Harriet's beauty should be preserved in the picture?
Did you ever have your likeness taken, Harriet? Oh dear, no.
I almost long to attend her likeness to myself. May I, Harriet, have your likeness?
Why, Mrs. Woodhouse, may I join you then? So observe your skills in taking likeness. I've heard of painting in the valley before. Why should my picture be drawn?
I'm afraid Mr. Elton will Harriet may just not want to sit through the drawing. You see, she thinks so little of her own needs.
Oh, why should we be persuaded by all means?
Raise your chin up a little bit, Harriet. Sit still. Okay, that's good. Fix your hair a little bit, Harriet. On the left.
I never saw such a likeness in my life. Miss Woodhouse has only given her friend the beauty she wanted. Emma, you have made your hair much too long. Nonsense! I can't keep my eyes from it. I've never seen such a likeness.
How are we going to get this framed? It must be done in London.
Oh, I would not mind to take it to London myself. Do not worry. It would not be any trouble on my part.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elton. We greatly appreciate it.
It shall be ready in the morning.
Come in.
Emma, please help me. Mr. Martin has given me a letter. Can you please read it? Is it a good letter? Or is it too short?
Yes, indeed a very good letter, Harriet, that, everything considered, I think one of his sisters must have helped him. No, certainly, it is too strong and concise. A better written letter, Harriet, than I had expected.
Yes, but Miss Woodhouse, what shall I say?
Oh, no, the letter had much better be all your own. Your meaning must be unequivocal, no doubts or demurs, and such expressions of gratitude and concern for the pain you are inflicting for priority required. You need to be prompted to write with the appearance of sorrow for his disappointment.
You think I ought to refuse him then?
Ought to refuse him? My dear Harriet, did you really consider accepting his proposal? You mean to say yes, then, I collect.
No, wait, I do not know. What shall I do, Miss Woodhouse? Please advise me.
At this point, I shall refuse to give you any advice. I will have nothing to do with it. This is a point which you must settle with your own feelings.
No, I will say no.
Are you sure, Harriet? You must be the judge of your own happiness. Is there someone else on your mind other than Mr. Martin? At this moment, who are you thinking of?
I have made up my mind. I shall refuse Mr. Martin. Do you think that is a good choice?
Perfectly right. My dearest Harriet, you are doing just what you ought. While you were at all in suspense, I kept my feelings to myself, but now that you are so completely decided, I have no hesitation in approving. Dear Harriet, I give myself joy of this. It would have grieved me to lose your acquaintance, which must have been the consequence of your marrying Mr. Martin. I could not have visited Mr. Robert Martin of Abbey Mill Farm.
You could not have visited me? That would have been too dreadful. What an escape. Dear Miss Woodhouse, I would not give up the pleasure and honor of being your friend for anything else in the world. Now, how shall I state myself?
Okay, so...
What? Where? Red? What?
About the frittles, is it?
I have one for you.
Oh, what? Thank you. And this is for you.
To Miss. My first displays of wealth and pomp of kings, lords of the earth, their luxury and ease. Another view of man my second bring. Behold him there, the monarch of the seas. But ah, united, what reverse we have, man's boasted power and freedom, all are flown. Lord of the earth and sea, he bends a slave and woman. Lovely woman reigns alone. Thy ready wit the word will soon supply, made to prove a beam in that soft eye. What do you suppose he means by this?
courtship. The answer is courtship. They were so pointed and so particular meaning in his compliment that I cannot have a doubt as to Mr. Alton's intentions. He wishes to marry you.
Really? Well, whatever you say is always right, and therefore I suppose and believe and hope it must be so. But otherwise, I could not have imagined it. It is so much beyond anything I deserve. Mr. Elton, who might marry anyone, he is so very superior.
Mr. Elton.
Yes, I heard. That is very unfortunate that she cannot make it today. Emma Woodhouse, please accept my proposal. These last few months I have noticed more and more of your beauty and your wit, your accomplishments and your kindness. I am ready to die, Miss Woodhouse, if you refuse me.
I am astonished, Mr. Elton. This is Emma you are speaking to, not Miss Smith. I would be happy to deliver a message, but speak no more.
Miss Smith? What can you possibly mean by?
You have had too much to drink tonight, Mr. Elton. You love Miss Smith, not me, remember?
Nonsense! My affection has always been for you, and you have even been encouraging my courting.
I have watched you and noticed over the past months that you have been showing your affections towards Miss Smith. What could you possibly mean by me encouraging your courting?
Miss Smith, I am sure, is a very good sort of girl, but everybody has their standards, and an acquaintance with Miss Smith is below my level. Go. Miss Smith, I am sure, is a very good sort of girl, but everyone has their standards, and an acquaintance with Miss Smith is below my level.
You lowlife! You incompetent fellow! How dare you speak of Miss Smith in that way? Oh!
Scene 9, take 15.
Oh, wait. Moments.
And then you start like to take it in this accent. Ready, set, action.
Thank you, Mr. Elton. We greatly appreciate it.
Shall we run in a jiffy?
A jiffy? What do you mean? What's a jiffy?
A jiffy? It should be running the
Was
mall.
that an insult?
It shall be running the mall. Is that better for you to understand? Agree. Why do you all have English accents? I'm from England. Did I never tell you, best friend? Oh, everybody be quiet. I shall be running the mall. Agreed. Oh my God, you walk out like you walk out. Pick it up.
What are you doing?
Oh my God, no.
Big nigga that playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. Got mud on your face,
You big disgrace.
kicking your can
All over the place.
singing we will, we. Oh, you're recording?
Buddy, you're a boy. Make a big noise playing in the street.
Gonna be a big
Man someday.
got mud on your face.
You big disgrace. Kicking your can.
all over the place.
Singing,
we will
rock you.
we will rock you. Oh, what do you?
Yeah. Oh, you could see it.
See, that's why I messed up. Because something was wrong.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'm gonna walk out and then
I'm gonna
you
sit
hold
down.
the, you hold the
I'm
latch.
gonna drink some and I'm gonna be like, oh, oh, oh. Why are you sitting next to me? Why are you sitting next to me? What happens after that? Is that when you? I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, you hold the lamp and then
We
I'm
get a
gonna run.
ring.
I'm gonna run.
Get a ring.
Where are you gonna
run?
So I can zoom it in like when she walks over.
Oh, okay.
Okay, ready?
This is your ring
Oh,
box.
shoot.
Silence! Nonsense! Okay. Ow. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna switch it. I'm Miss Smith. Oh, we have to do Mr. Smith.
No, not the.
Miss Smith? Oh.
Oh, wait. Action. Miss Smith, I am sure, is a very good sort of girl, but an acquaintance with her would be below my level.
You lowlife. You incompetent fellow. How dare you speak of Miss Smith in that way?
Is it true?
Go.
Miss Smith, I am sure, is a very good sort of girl, but an acquaintance with her would be below my level.
You lowlife. You incompetent fellow. How dare you speak of How dare you speak?
Action.
Miss Smith, I am sure, is a very good sort of girl, but an acquaintance with her would be below my level.
You lowlife. You incompetent fellow. How dare you speak of Miss Smith in that
Is that
manner?
true?
You missed again! I got you! Because I don't want to hit you in the face. Actually, I can go like this so that way it'll hit you on the side. So it won't go over your nose.
Oh, you want to hit my cheek
I'm
now?
like, oh, and I'll go like this. So it won't hit your nose and it won't hit your hair. And it'll just be like, okay, one more. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Yeah, it's better than yours. I can treat you, but I have to try. Woo! Esther's back. Boom! I'm Esther, and I'm the orphan.
I can see you're thinking, baby, I've been thinking too, about the way we used to be and how to start anew. Maybe I'm a hopeless dreamer, maybe I've got it wrong, but I'm going where the grass is green if you'd like to come along. Back when I was starting out, I always wanted more. But every time I got it, I still felt just like before. Fortune is a fickle friend, I'm tired of chasing fame. And when I look into your eyes, I know you feel the same. I won't say it wasn't fun, but now it has to end. Life is moving oh so fast, I think we should take it slow. Rest our heads